Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lakhvi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Tuesday, the 30th of December. Pakistan court remands 2611 mastermind Lakhvi in abduction case. Bangladesh ICT sentences Jamaat leader to death for war crimes. And Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni announces retirement from Test cricket. And now for all the details. Pakistani militant leader and mastermind of the Mumbai terror attack Zakiur-Rehman Lakhvi was remanded into police custody on Tuesday in connection with a kidnapping case. This comes hours after India registered strong protest against an Islamabad court order which suspended his detention.
The court sent Zakiur-Rehman Lakhvi to the Islamabad police for 2 days to carry out interrogations in the kidnapping case. The militant leader who got his detention revoked was taken into preventive custody late on Monday. He was produced in the court amid tight security on Tuesday.
Today he was produced by the Islamabad police for remand in FIR number 360 of 2014, which was lodged yesterday, when High Court suspended the detention order of my client. 2 days remand has been allowed by the court.
The new case was registered against Lakhvi a day after the Islamabad High Court ordered the cancellation of his detention. New Delhi, which has accused him of masterminding the 2008 terror attacks in Mumbai, marked its strong protest against Lakhvi being set free. It summoned Pakistani High Commissioner to India, Abdul Basit, on Monday to register its anger. India had also raised questions on Pakistan's reluctance to expedite the ongoing trials in the country after Islamabad failed to take the legal procedure ahead despite repeated requests from it.
The International War Crimes Tribunal of Bangladesh has sentenced Jamaat-e-Islami leader Azharul Islam to death. Islam was found guilty of 5 crimes against humanity committed during the 1971 Liberation War.
The special court in capital Dhaka awarded death penalty to Islam, who was produced amid heightened security after fears of violence. 61-year-old Azharul Islam was charged with torture, looting, arson, abduction, rape, genocide, killing of intellectuals, illegal detention of women and conspiracy to kill unarmed civilians. He was also accused of being a commander of the Al-Badr, a pro-Pakistani armed group which was behind large-scale violence in Bangladesh during the 1971 civil war. Islam is the 16th person to be convicted by the ICT for atrocities committed during the Bangladesh Independence War. He is also the 11th member of the country's largest Islamist party, the Jamaat-e-Islami, to be sentenced to death. The Jamaat itself is accused of fighting along with Pakistan in 1971 when Bangladesh, then known as East Pakistan, tried to break away from West Pakistan. The ICT was set up in 2010 by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to investigate abuses during the independence war that saw some 3 million people being killed and 200,000 women being raped by pro-Pakistani forces.
The death toll in the fire that broke out at a shopping area in Pakistan's eastern Lahore crossed a dozen on Tuesday. A report.
At least 13 people were confirmed dead in the fire that erupted in a busy market in Lahore late on Monday. Firefighters and rescue teams, which have been working all through the night to bring the blaze under control, launched efforts to save as many trapped people as possible. The shopping area manufactured and sold electronic items, lighters and sunglasses. Residents mourned the death of victims and called it a horrific incident.
14-15 लोग शहीद हुए हैं, उसका हम अदा नहीं कर सकते, बल उसके सोग में कल अनारकली और उसकी तमाम मलिका मार्केटें बंद रहेंगी और हम गायबाना नमाज़ जनाज़ा कराएंगे और दुआया तकरीब होगी यहाँ पर.
While the cause of the conflagration remained uncertain, many said absence of any exit in the back part of the building increased the casualties. Angry locals demanded the government to improve safety standards in marketplaces.
तो बना लेते कमर्शियल, लेकिन क्या नाम है इसका एग्जिट रास्ता एक लाजमी होना चाहिए जिसकी वजह से लोग अपनी जानें, ताकि लोगों की ये ताजरों की जानें सेव हो सकें. हुकूमत के लिए भरपूर इक़दाम करना चाहिए.
Those injured continue to be treated at various city hospitals. The Sindh government has constituted an inquiry committee to find a probable cause of the accident.
Pakistan's notorious Liari gang leader Uzair Baloch was arrested by Dubai police late on Monday. Police said Baloch was detained at Dubai airport as he was coming from Muscat using an Iranian passport. Pakistan's Federal Investigative Agency has sent a team to Dubai to bring Baloch back to Pakistan, where he is wanted in a number of murder, kidnapping and extortion cases. Uzair, along with his brother Zafar Baloch, headed the People's Aman Committee, one of the most infamous gangs in Karachi's Liari area. Zafar was shot dead by a rival group in September 2013. India and Bangladesh are soon expected to hold comprehensive multilateral dialogue on energy cooperation as part of the long-term economic ties between the two neighbouring countries.
Bangladesh Finance Minister Abdul Muhit held meetings with Indian delegates on cross-border energy cooperation during a visit to the country. India is expected to increase its thermal electricity sale to Bangladesh to 1,100 megawatt in the coming 3 months. In a bid to strengthen bilateral ties, the two countries also discussed ways for extensively using water and land routes. Muhit said Bangladesh will hold talks on energy cooperation with Nepal and Bhutan too.
Now, anytime we expect these 3 trilateral meetings, one Bangladesh, Bhutan and Nepal, Bangladesh, Nepal and India, another Bangladesh, Bhutan and Nepal, on mainly energy cooperation, you see, and this is the best energy that you can have from these two countries.
The meeting comes after Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi gave a positive nod to Bangladesh's request to enhance thermal electricity sales. The decision also opens new horizons for Bangladesh to explore oil and gas in the Bay of Bengal, which is an important site of energy reserves. Bangladesh currently buys 500 megawatt of electricity through Bheramara border in India's eastern state of West Bengal and an additional 250 megawatt from open market deals in India.
Pakistani origin British boxer Amir Khan visited the Peshawar Army School where 142 people were killed by the Taliban militants recently. The world champion also pledged his support in rebuilding the school and lives of the families of the victims.
Boxer Amir Khan visited the army school on Monday to pay his respects to those killed in the terror attack. He also met the families of the shootout victims to express his condolences. The boxer also donated the $46,600 worth shorts he wore against Devon Alexander in order to help raise money to repair the school. Khan, who arrived in Pakistan last week, said the purpose of his visit was to encourage children to return to school following the harrowing incident.
The main reason I come to Pakistan was to come to Peshawar and to see the parents and the children and to give children confidence to go back to school, because a lot of children are going to be very scared to go to school now. So it's all about us to giving them confidence and also improving the security around the areas and pushing them to go forward, because the children are the future of Pakistan.
Later in the day, Khan met Pakistan Army Chief General Raheel Sharif and pledged his support to the anti-terrorism operations in the country. The 28-year-old former two-time world champion also took time off to visit a camp for the internally displaced persons in Bannu.
Indian skipper Mahendra Singh Dhoni on Tuesday announced his retirement from international test cricket with immediate effect. According to a statement released by India's cricketing board, the BCCI, Dhoni chose to quit in order to concentrate on ODIs and T20 formats. The decision came after India drew the third test against Australia in Melbourne on Tuesday. Virat Kohli will replace Dhoni as the captain for the fourth and final test to be played in Sydney from the 6th of January. Dhoni is ranked as the most successful captain in the country till date. He was instrumental in leading the Indian squad towards winning the 2011 ICC Cricket World Cup, apart from 2007 ICC World 2020, the 2010 Asia Cup. Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is on the boil yet again. The prolonged power cuts and inflated utility bills have brought traders onto the roads. Here's a report.
Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, or POK, is a picture of neglect and exploitation. The remote region has been facing power outages for up to 18 hours a day. Complaints to the authorities and the local representatives have yielded no results. This has forced locals and traders to hit the streets and protest against what they call Pakistan's apathy towards addressing the long-pending problem.
बंदूक दिखाकर रोका जा रहा है। मेरे भाइयों, ये आइन और कानून की खिलाफवर्जी ये इंतजामिया कर रही है।
Even though there is no power for most of the day, utility companies slap inflated bills on the consumers. The long power outages have also hit the economy hard, making anger palpable here.
मैं इंतजामिया से, हुकूमत आजाद कश्मीर से, हुकूमत आजाद कश्मीर के लिए शेम का मकाम है कि उन्होंने मुजफ्फराबाद के बाशऊर लोगों को पुरअमन शहरियों पे तशद्दुद करवाया, लेकिन तारीख गवाह है कि मुजफ्फराबाद के लोग ना तो पहले कभी किसी जुल्म के नीचे झुके, ना आइंदा झुकेंगे.
A part of the erstwhile princely state of Jammu and Kashmir, POK has been illegally occupied by Pakistan for over 6 decades now. Trying to battle a burgeoning power crisis, Pakistan government has been building a series of hydel projects in this remote region. Thousands have been forcibly evicted for these projects. Vast swaths of their fertile land has been arbitrarily acquired for construction work and catchment area. Despite their sacrifices, they do not get any benefit from these projects. The electricity generated here goes to power Pakistan's main cities. Pakistan plans to increase the height of Mangla Dam by 40 feet to increase its storage capacity. This is likely to displace another 40,000 people who live near the project area. The mammoth dam had evicted some 110,000 when it was built in 1967. 47 years have gone by, but the local communities have not received any royalty for the various projects.
It takes one Santa to make your wishes come true. But what happens when thousands come together? Take a look at this special event which took the post-Christmas celebrations to a different level.
Christmas might be over, but the festivities are still continuing in India's southern province of Kerala. The city of Thrissur, known for its tiger mask dance, had a different reason to celebrate this time, with a sea of Santas conquering every corner. The event, titled Buon Natale 2014, was a part of the Christmas celebrations and saw 18,112 people dressed as Santa Claus. The participants in the typical red dress had gathered to break an earlier record held by North Ireland with 13,000 Santas. Guinness adjudicators who examined the event declared it a new world record.
The new Guinness World Records title for the largest gathering of Santa Claus is now 18,112 people.
Participants were elated to be a part of the international feat.
And we are participating in Buon Natale, and we got the Guinness record in this world. We are very happy that we are participating here. We are very, very happy.
The event also marked the culmination of a month-long Christmas celebrations in the city, which is often referred as the cultural capital of Kerala.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Pakistan court remands 2611 mastermind Lakhvi in abduction case. Bangladesh ICT sentences Jamaat leader to death for war crimes. And Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni announces retirement from Test cricket. Now, viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.